Every person can one day get arrested, but what happens when the suspect is actually a cop's wife?
Who showed up?
Here are 4 times when the suspect in handcuffs was a cop's wife or girlfriend. Strap in and get ready. On September 25, 2023, officers responded to a report of a female driving erratically and almost smashing into a vehicle. She eventually came to a stop after hitting a curb by the side of the road, and as the cops approached the vehicle while still on, they weren't very happy to realize who the driver was.
Get this mother out of my car.
One step out.
Get out.
While a cop approached the suspect asking her to leave the car, another seemed pretty angry and even mentioned the car being his. And that was the suspect's boyfriend, Sergeant White, who was greatly invested in the case as he had much more to lose than his car, and his girlfriend, Desiree.
Oh, you can stay in the car. Just give me your key fob. Where's the key fob, girl? Do you have it on you?
No.
There it is.
Oh my, really?
You're not getting any. Because who you know, it don't matter, okay? You know it's against the law to be driving under the influence, correct?
It's not the key fob.
Okay, you do know that, right?
Since Desiree was still in the vehicle and was suspected to be under the influence of something, the cops knew they had to find a way to hinder her from driving off and worsening the situation, without ruining their relationship with her or their colleague. And this was a very tough call.
Are you gonna get out of the car, yes or no?
No.
Okay.
I have one out on the garage.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really.
Really? Oh, what the f***?
You're gonna listen. You don't get any favors because who you're dating. You understand that? Don't resist.
I want to stop. I can call all your shit.
4269.
Stop.
No.
Yeah, stop. You already messed up. Stop, man.
We're 15 one
You're
time.
not wrong.
Stop.
You're wrong. Stop. You did this. That's on you. That is not on those
Deputies
officers.
coming from 1300 block of Northwest.
Unlike they had imagined, Sergeant White had supported her arrest, and after resisting arrest and bruising a cop, Desiree was finally detained.
Sorry.
You're all right.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't know her issue.
I'm so embarrassed. I tried.
Was the child inside the car? You grabbed the car. You grabbed the kid?
Yeah, I watched him get the kid out of the car
Yeah, I did.
as I was pulling
Okay,
up.
get the child's information.
Yeah.
Are you? I guess your mom?
Grandma.
Grandma?
I had no clue.
The cops then shifted their attention to their colleague to figure out why he was so agitated about the situation. With her reckless driving, Desiree not only endangered her life, but that of White's child as well. But amidst all that, the cops were very pleased that they couldn't arrest Desiree at that moment.
Des, relax. Come on.
Hey, I got no part of none of this. Okay?
Desiree was a local sergeant's girlfriend known by most cops present. Handling anything pertaining to the case would be a conflict of interest on their part, so they handed it over to the sheriff's office to maintain the long-standing relationship with their colleague.
I ran up. I snatched the door open. I put the car in park. I turned it off. I didn't see the key fob, but I have my spare. I keep my spare in my unit.
Watch your road.
Yeah, watch your back, bro. I put it in park. I turned the car off. I didn't say a word to her. I ran around the other side because I could see baby's feet. So I'm trying to think before she gets the conscious effort to try to put this car back in drive or turn it on. I run around, I grab the baby. And then I ran right up to her mom and I was like, take the baby. Olenek rolls up. He was like, Sarge, we got it. I said, please deal with that. And I backed up. The only reason I'm here is because this motherfucker wouldn't answer the phone. So I'm tracking and I'm like, something ain't right. Obviously, I was right.
With a breath test of .36 BAC, Desiree was charged with multiple counts of battery upon a peace officer, resisting, aggravated DWI, and abuse of a child. Sergeant White was useful in his girlfriend's case, but Trooper Davis was so unhelpful, his girlfriend wanted him gone.
What is wrong with you? I don't need help. I need to get away from you.
On August 21, 2023, Davis filed a petition confining a woman named Michelle to a psychiatric hospital. He then tracked her down and asked an acquaintance to record the interaction, but Michelle wasn't very happy to meet Davis.
What is wrong with you? I don't need help. I need to get away from you. No. This isn't normal. I don't care what anybody says. Can I please stand up?
In the commitment petition Davis filed, he noted several worrying texts from Michelle which read, "I think I'm going to drive off a cliff," and "go out in style." These seemed like very concerning words and raised questions on why Michelle didn't want any help from Davis, but the answers to those questions weren't far off.
You're absolutely insane. You're f***ing insane. Like, and then you paint me to look insane as I'm sitting on the ground with my head slammed into this and that by a cop who called the cops on me.
4 months before this incident, Davis and Michelle entered an intimate relationship together, but Michelle soon ended the relationship with Davis, seemingly for various reasons.
And you call the cops on me for what? For what? Oh, because I'm around a sociopath who says he can do whatever he wants. Women are objects and can do whatever he wants. I'd be happy to tell them that. I mean, I don't know why you don't like when your truth, I just tell it back to you. Like, I don't know why you don't like that. But this is unacceptable behavior. Totally unacceptable. What the f***?
Davis was off duty that day. He could have been home with his kids and wife, whom he cheated on. But instead, after telling Michelle things like, "I know you're not crazy," and "I'll paint you as crazy," he was now sitting on her legs while waiting for backup to commit her to a psychiatric hospital.
Who does that? You don't give a shit about anything except yourself. And if this is caring, you have a very delusional way of expressing it. Get off of me. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything wrong except disagree with you.
With bruises all over her body from being manhandled on gravel, Michelle hoped she could get off the floor, but she soon wound up in a far worse situation.
I don't understand. And I can't relax. You just called the cops on me for existing. I didn't like your truth. Jesus, dude. Come on. What the fuck? What? Why are you treating me like I'm a criminal? I didn't do anything. I just want to be able to stand.
Back and find out where they are.
Davis claimed to care about Michelle, but his use of force was visibly from a place of perceived malice. Michelle was now aggressively restrained between a rock and a hard place, causing her to rue the cause of her current predicament.
I can't make up that I assaulted you. I just didn't agree with your truth. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. I just left. Like, I don't understand.
Moments later, backup arrived and Michelle was committed to a psychiatric hospital, but was released 5 days later after displaying no suicidal thoughts. The texts she sent to Davis were only a metaphorical indicator of her feelings in the relationship, and Davis was remanded to jail without bail with a litany of charges including strangulation, unlawful restraint, and official oppression. Davis claimed to arrest his ex out of care, but the next cop didn't stay to own up to his actions.
Who showed up?
My husband.
On November 12, 2017, a police officer was notified of a physical altercation involving 2 men. But upon getting to the scene, he only saw one of them, and that ended up a good thing for him.
So, what happened?
Someone ran down the hill. I was sitting here exercising and just came down and jumped me and started hitting me in the head.
Do you know him?
Yeah.
Okay.
The man had been exercising at the park when another man assaulted him. Luckily, a passerby was present to stop the fight from escalating. And even though the man didn't disclose what caused the fight, the cop had a pretty good idea.
And from what I understand, this is his wife?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So, you had any beef with him? Any issues?
There's been an ongoing issue, but nothing physical until now.
Okay. You want to press charges? No? Okay.
The man was at the park with a woman, and he got jumped by her husband. While the relationship between the man and the woman isn't clear, I'd say it's safe to assume that the woman's husband didn't like that they were together, and rightfully so. Apart from the swelling on the victim's head, the cop was unsure of the extent of his injuries. So while they waited for emergency medical services, he carried out a test on him, after which he would make a remarkable discovery.
You know what day of the week it is, Sean?
It's Sunday,
You know what month we're in?
November
What year is it?
2017.
Who's the president?
Trump.
How many quarters in a dollar?
4.
Okay. You have any medical issues? Allergic to
Nothing
anything?
Nothing I'm aware of.
Okay, cool. Did you lose consciousness at all?
No.
Did he just use his hands, feet?
I think just his hands, yeah.
Okay.
Assured he was cognitively sound, the cop shifted his focus to the wife of the assailant, Stephanie, who was a witness to the assault and held information that the cop could only wish was false.
Who showed up?
My husband.
Okay. What's your husband's name?
Josh Mulligan.
Huh?
Josh Mulligan.
Josh is in APD. Josh?
Stephanie's husband, Joshua Malachi, was an Albuquerque Police Department officer suspended from duty for a DWI crash. 3 months later, Joshua was back in the police radar, this time for assault. The cop knew the case had become more complicated, but he later realized that it was even more complicated than he thought.
David 635 PD. Can you have a supervisor respond out here, please? Negative code.
The cop radioed in a supervisor to get clarity on handling the case. Now, knowing the assailant was a police officer well-trained in combat and use of firearms, the cop was surprised by the victim's resolve.
So, I'll ask you again, Sean, do you want to press charges? I mean, it's totally up to you. If you don't feel safe, if you feel like this is going to progress onto something, it's going to get written up anyway. And
What does that mean?
there's going to be a report made, and it's going to go. I take it you know who her husband is. Yeah. So it's going to go up through the
You know who
department.
he is too, right?
Yeah. It's going to go up through the department, and it's going to go to internal affairs because he still is an employee. But if you don't feel safe, I mean, even after this, if something else happens, call us back. I'm going to give you a case and a CAD number, and you can reference it off of that.
The man refused pressing charges against Joshua and instead expressed concern for Stephanie, who thought herself to be the cause of her husband's problems.
That time when he did his whatever, he was coming to try to find me, I'm pretty sure. So
Oh, the incident?
The
Okay, yeah.
at least that's what she told me, because she called me frantic on the phone saying he just left drunk in a car and he's looking for you. I'm like, well, that's great. I wasn't living at the place I'm living now, somewhere else, but because we've been having an affair for months now, and he knows about it, and she just lies to him that it's not happening, and it's still happening. She won't leave him because she's scared.
3 months before this incident, Joshua and Stephanie had an argument about her affair with this man, and then, while drunk, Joshua drove straight for the man's house, which resulted in his police car crash. 6 months after this incident, Joshua resigned from the Albuquerque Police Department. Stephanie showed up to the park unwanted, a stark contrast to Nicole, who couldn't even get to her boyfriend.
No, you're under arrest, ma'am.
On September 24, 2022, an officer initiated a traffic stop after the driver of the vehicle made an illegal left. But upon further investigation, the cop realized a traffic crime closely resembled life imprisonment for the driver.
The reason why I'm stopping you is, one, your car is all messed up here.
Yeah.
You got no headlight, and it's pretty dangerous to be driving like this. And two, you just made an illegal left. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Before making the illegal left, the cop had been following Nicole after he noticed her vehicle had sustained significant front-end damage. But as he spoke to her, he noticed her droopy eyelids and slurred speech, indicating probable impairment.
You have anything to drink tonight?
No, not at all.
All right, you take anything? You seem a little out of it.
No, not at all.
Okay.
While that seemed hard to believe, it wasn't enough to assume she was lying, because alcohol isn't the only substance capable of causing impairment. And as she brought her ID out, the cop uncovered new information about her alongside the cause of impairment.
Oh, so you didn't have time to get your, Who's this?
That's my boyfriend.
Your boyfriend?
Yeah.
How long you guys been dating for?
Like a couple months.
A couple months?
Yeah.
All right, you can hold on to that.
Along with her business card, Nicole handed the cop an ID of her boyfriend, who was a state trooper. The cop returned the ID, but it fell, and as she tried to pick it up, the cop wanted her as far away from the vehicle as possible.
Sorry, I lost the card.
What's up?
I lost the card. Oh, where's the purse?
Here, hop out for me. Hop out. Put your hands behind your back. Drop
My bag.
Yeah, you're being detained. You have a piece of... Don't move. Drop the cigarette. Drop it.
Please,
Drop the cigarette.
please stop.
Ma'am,
Please,
there's a thing of heroin right there.
please, I'm
Stop.
gonna get expired
I'm-
straight
I'm
now.
telling you,
Please don't
stop moving.
Don't ruin my life.
I'm not ruining your life.
My dad is
Do not move. Do not move.
She tried to absolve herself from the situation, even mentioning her dad, who was possibly a government personnel, but the cop was more concerned about what else she had on her.
But you didn't have anything else on you.
I don't know. Please, can you call my boyfriend, please?
No, you're under arrest, ma'am.
I'm just due for an expungement right now, please.
Okay. I'm sorry, but
Nicole was given the opportunity to perform field sobriety exercises, but that obviously didn't go very well for her.
1,007, 1,008, 1,009. Sorry.
all right, you can stop.
Nicole took the breath test and she had a BAC of 0.0, and upon searching her car, the police found over 100 wax folds of them,